Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I hope everybody's having a fabulous day from wherever you're watching. Since I'm in between renovation projects right now on the home, hopefully we'll be picking those up again in the near future, probably like 2 or 3 months, hopefully. Um, anyway, I thought I would just share with everyone something that I like and enjoy doing, which is collecting mid-century modern objects. It can be furniture, clothing, textiles, appliances, books, magazines, anything. I just love that whole era from the 50s through the 60s. It was just very fun. The designs were just a more clean line look to it. Patterns were fun, colors were fun, and everything, but still had, still a classic kind of look to it, without being stuffy. Just had a more casual elegance to it. I thought I would just share my flatware collection, which I will be showing, and it's called the Ekco Eterna Canoe. Ekco Canoe, Ekco Eterno, start over, Ekco Eterna Canoe Muffin series. And if you haven't seen it, it's a very iconic flatware set, and it's this standard stainless steel utensil attached to a wooden handle. It's not a genuine wooden handle. They were a resin composite material that was made and stained to look like walnut wood, and it's a very pretty software or flatware set. And I would say has a little bit more of a kind of a more Danish modern kind of look to it, but the whole series was very iconic. And I thought I would do a little research since I am collecting it and share it with everybody. The company was started by a man named Edgar Katzinger, who was an Austrian immigrant who migrated to New York City in the late 1800s and learned his trade as a master mechanic at a tinsmith shop in New York City. And he eventually left there and moved to Chicago and started his own company in 1903. Which was a tin bakewares company. They made bakeware goods for commercial bakeries. And if you're not familiar with the company, I guarantee you know the products. You've seen them. We have them. Every home has had it at some point in your life. The iconic can opener right here. They invented that, and they were also the innovator and they held the patents on a lot of the bakeware items that they manufactured. They also came up with the idea for the rolled top, like the tins, like on the loaf pans and the pie tins, the muffin tins. And every company has followed that pattern that they started. And as I said, the company was extremely successful during its run. The 20s, they saw huge growth. During the Depression era, the company still had a lot of expansion and growth during that entire time, leading up to the war years. They were still very successful, and they not only had factories in America, but they had them in numerous countries throughout the world. They were manufactured in Canada, Germany, the UK, Mexico, and Germany. So the post-war era with the company was still extremely successful. Sales were very robust. They still had a lot of growth and everything. And what I found interesting was in 1955, they partnered with Alcoa Aluminum, which was a huge aluminum manufacturer at the time. But they partnered with them to supply the rigid aluminum containers to frozen food manufacturers. Of a certain age, you're going to know the company, which was the TV dinners by Swanson's, which right here, which a lot of people in America and the world grew up on. And yeah, that was very interesting. And I thought, wow, that was a huge moment in basically in history, of TV history anyway, hence the name TV dinners. But yeah, that venture was very successful with them. They made so much money that they were able to, purchase out all of the shares with Alcoa. So they owned all of that. So in 1965, Ekco Company agreed to be purchased by another company by the name of American Home Products. And so, yeah, that merger went through, and American Home Products rebranded the company and named it Ekco Housewares, which is what the flatware set that I am showing right now is marketed under. So as we move into the 70s, sales went down, but they were still, as I said, the industry leader. Sales were still good enough, but they had, declined a bit. So the company, the parent company, I should say, rebranded them into 3 separate divisions, which were Ekco Product, Ekco Homewares, which is the one that we're looking at, and the Prestige Group. So they continued to market under all of those brand names, leading them into 1984 when the company, the parent company American Products, decided to concentrate more on their pharmaceutical brands and sold off the Ekco division to a consortium by the name of, hold on one second, Gibson, Green, Van, and Amerigen. And so they continued to do that till in 1987, that consortium sold off the Ekco brand again. This time it was sold to a company by the name of Centronic Group, which is, to me, such a weird purchase that they would do that. But anyway, Centronic Group is a computer printing company. Their claim to fame is they were the inventors of, they created the port that is on all computers that allows printers or computers to communicate with printers so you can print things. Yeah, so they continued on with them. They continued on until 1999, which they were eventually acquired by the Corning Group, which they are still under their company umbrella right now. Still some of the products that they still sell here. But yeah, the company might not continue on, but the name still continues on under a different name. But yeah, during the research, you know, not just with the, you know, the Swanson TV dinner thing and the iconic products that they made, which are still around. Some of their designs are very iconic. Some of their products, their product line is in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, which I found very interesting, which is also part of this Flatware collection. So they have several items from their Ekco Eterna collection that are in the museum that were designed by a designer by the name of Marion Weber. So if you want to see it, it's the Ekco Eterna beverage server. There's several other things from the Eterna line that are also there. But yeah, I just thought that was very interesting, and that, you know, this huge corporation created these very iconic pieces, you know, in design history, and they're actually being showcased in, you know, a museum. So enough of me waffling on. Let's go look at some of the collection right now. So here we have the flatware set. So right here is a cocktail fork, a salad fork, a dinner fork. Then we have a teaspoon, tablespoon. This is an iced teaspoon, the table knife, and then a steak knife. Now I don't know if these are actually canoe items, but I found this matching salt and pepper shaker. This I know is not, but it's just a mid-center candle holder. And then also they had a carving knife, a bread knife, a slotted spoon, a serving fork, a gravy ladle, butter knife, the sugar spoon, and this one is a jelly spoon. Then a solid serving spoon, cake server, a large slotted spoon, and a large ladle, a large solid spoon, and the large meat fork. Then there's also the matching spatula, potato masher, and these two are the matching salad serving, salad things, whatever you want to call them. And I don't think this one's was made by him, but it's a skewer, which I thought was cool looking. And yeah, so that's everything I could find in this line that goes with it. So that was this week's video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. You know, it was just a very brief general description of the history of the company. There is a lot more on it. If you just do a Google search of the Ekco company, you'll see a lot of the information and photos that I found online. And yeah, if you are interested in collecting this line of flatware from the mid-century modern era, I highly do recommend it. They do have another series that I really do love, which was the one I originally wanted, but had a hard time trying to find all the pieces. called the Ekco La Jolla collection, which is really a pretty one. It's very similar, except the connecting point between the stainless steel utensil and the handle has a nice stamped design in it. But yeah, if you do want to collect it, there's still a lot of places selling, pieces of it. You can find a lot of it on Etsy, eBay, Facebook Marketplace. But like anything that you collect, condition is key. The key thing to look at is the handles. The connecting point between the stainless steel and the resin wood, make sure there's no cracks there, because a lot of people did put these in dishwashers and they are not dishwasher safe. So yeah, you do have to bear that in mind if you're going to collect them. I would not put them in the dishwasher. They're strictly hand wash and dry. But yeah, if you're interested, check out all those places and start your own collection. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and I thank you very much for tuning in. If you do like the video, please do give me a thumbs up, and remember to hit the like and subscribe. It does help me a lot, and I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you all next week. Bye.